Up now, we have Jonathan Parker here to present Amplify Your Voice with FlipGrid. Just a little background on Mr. Parker. He has been in education for 15 years, and all of those 15 years in education have been in Dallas ISD. He is currently a project manager in the Professional and Digital Learning Department. Jonathan, welcome, and thank you for joining us this evening.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Appreciate that. Thank you for the invite. Greetings, everyone. I am super excited to share with you today a new tool. It may be useful for some and new for others. It's a tool that we're encouraging our teachers to use more and more this particular school year with our virtual learning. So we're going to go ahead and go to the next slide. We're going to go ahead and start with understanding what FlipGrid is. Before we get into that, I want to just share a little bit about myself. Again, as Sarah already mentioned, I've been in education for 15 years, all of it in Dallas ISD. I am a proud Dallas ISD graduate, and so I'm super excited to share again with you now. My name is Jonathan Parker. I'm a project manager for the Professional and Digital Learning Department. You want to follow me on Twitter at jpark1906. I'm always answering questions for parents, teachers, and everywhere in that space as well. Next slide. So let's get right to it. FlipGrid is an awesome tool. I cannot stress that enough. I really love this tool for education. It combines two of the great things that we love about, one about education. As educators, we get to share with our students. We get to excite them about learning and bringing them into the world that we love to know about. And so in addition to that, it combines the concept of what they love about the social media space and regarding to the creativity. So, and pretty much they like to share videos, they like to share content, they like to add filters and stickers and different things that really gets them excited about creating new things and sharing them with others. This platform combines both of those worlds into an educational space that allows for increased engagement and student excitement about the content in which they're learning. So as I mentioned before, it's a video discussion platform that helps educators really work with their students to kind of see and hear from every student in the class. So that breaks away from that traditional concept of one general question and everyone answers together. This allows each individual student a unique opportunity to share their mindset about what the content is or the prompt is that the teachers ask them to respond to. So when we're talking about students sharing their ideas, and so when we look at this particular concept, again, it's one of those opportunities in which our students are able to share their mindset related to the work that they're doing. A teacher can ask a prompt. It could be a bell ringer activity related to science, math, social studies, any given topic. It could be something just simply to check on their wellness with a social emotional learning activity. It's a great way to engage the students in different types of activity in a classroom space. So the educators are going to be utilizing this platform for a wide range of purposes. So I want to kind of go ahead and share that with parents and students. It's not a one piece. It's going to be a great addition to the great things that are going on within the other learning spaces that they are already using in their classroom environment. So this is going to allow parents and students to engage in a little bit of a different way. So one case, and typically in the classroom space, a student may go to the board. They may share content by writing something down and displaying it in different ways. This allows us to get that same type of activity done from a virtual space at home. And so one great tool in this particular platform is it allows them to do split screening and demonstration of learning through a wide variety of ways. The added bonus, as I mentioned before, was a great opportunity to utilize filters and stickers and things that just makes it a little bit more creative. And we know and love those types of things. And so that's one of the ways we're going to kind of engage with this particular platform in the classroom space. And so one of the things, kind of just revisiting some of the great tools that are there. Again, you saw the filters, you saw the different things they can do with editing the video. This also sets up just the open creativity of our students in our classroom. And that's what we know and love in education. The great opportunity for our students to take what we are sharing with them and to transfer that and transform that into learning and the own content for our students. So getting started is super easy. Really, there's only about 4 or 5 steps. First step, of course, is to go to flipgrid.com. The teachers are going to share a FlipGrid code a QR code or a link with the students. Okay, they may share that through multiple platforms. So if your teachers are using Seesaw, or they're using, for the pre-K2 group, or they're using Google Classroom, PowerSchool Learning, whatever platform that they're going to use to share with their students for their classroom space, this code, a link, or a QR code will more than likely be shared from the teachers. Once our students have that code, they enter that code. Is going to bring them to a space to log in. They're going to log in with one or two things. One, if they're utilizing the link and they're older, so 3rd grade all the way through our 12th grade seniors, they may actually utilize the Google side because they have a Google device. That is the SID number at dallasisd.org. Okay? Again, that is the their student ID number at dallasisd.org. Now, on the opposite side of that, if they're going to utilize the Microsoft side, then they're going to do the exact same thing, but the domain is different. In that particular case, it is SID number at stumail, so stumail.dallasisd.org. Okay, again, don't worry about remembering all this right now. The teachers will share this information. We have information we're sharing with them on a get started and how to get through this process. Okay, but nonetheless, it's super friendly and easy. Once you get those 2 steps, you're there. So at this point, you're going to basically review the content that your teacher has shared with you, whether it be videos, it may be an article to read, it may be an image to review, different things that may be there. So you'll review that content, look at the prompt, read through the prompt that they have placed for there, and that's basically the question they're asking you to respond to. Once you have that information, then you're prepared to go ahead and begin creating your content. The teacher will give you a time limit. The time limit can be as short as 15 seconds or as long as 10 minutes. They will determine what the time limit is and how long you need to create your video. You don't always have to use the entire time, but the teachers will share that information with you. Once you have reviewed the content, you become a master of the information that you're going to share, then you are ready to create your video. So the next step is to record your video. As you saw in the previous demonstration before, record your video and simply create your content as you need to. You can add filters, you can add stickers, you can write on the background, you can add background images, you can record your screen. There's a wide variety of ways that you can engage and share your content and your learning with your teacher. They'll identify more details as they create the assignment to let you know exactly what they're looking for grading. But of course, just keep in mind, have fun with it. Engage and just enjoy a creative way to respond to your teacher versus just raising your hand. This is your opportunity to amplify your voice and share your thoughts on the content that your teacher is asking you to respond to. Finally, once you have created your video and you're satisfied with the way the video has been played, you simply take a selfie. We love selfies. Let's take a selfie, and then that becomes your avatar image for that particular video. Once you are done with that process, you simply click submit, and video is turned into your teacher. Now, for our parents, just to be clear, there are some individual pieces of the video that will be a little bit different in our classroom space. One tool that we're encouraging all of our teachers to use is video moderation. Video moderation allows the educators to simply review the videos before publicly posting them to the classroom space. That allows just a simple opportunity for them to review it, make sure it's just the way they need it to be, and then posting. Secondly, we've asked for comments to be removed from the posting space so that we can keep everything safe and neutral in the way we review the videos. The videos are made by our students. They are shared to the space simply to share their learning. Again, those will be great opportunities and utilized in a wide variety of ways. Some assignments from educators may not be publicly posted. They may just simply be a video response provided to the teacher for that particular assignment. So I want to just kind of share those individual pieces. of this particular tool. It's a great tool that can be used in a wide variety of ways. I'm super excited that we're sharing this and encouraging our educators to utilize this platform this year. Let's go ahead and go to the next slide, and we'll move on past that one for a demonstration. One more slide. All right, so I'll go ahead at this particular point, take any questions. It's a really user-friendly platform. We're gonna provide our teachers with a wide range of tools to ensure they are adding this into their bags of tricks, the way they engage with our kids throughout the entire school year. So we wanna make sure that you as parents are very encouraged as well. Again, I shared my Twitter information a little bit earlier. Reach out to that way. You can reach out directly to me. Our office is the Professional and Digital Learning Department office. So if you have any questions, you can reach out to us there as well. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll answer questions at this time.
Okay, thank you, Jonathan. It is now time for a Q&A session. I have the most frequently asked questions from our live Q&A feed, and I will give Jonathan an opportunity to answer those questions at this time. So Jonathan, let's dive right into them, okay?
All right.
The first one is FlipGrid on each student's Clever account?
So we are currently working to get FlipGrid added. We're working through a process internally to ensure that it's there. That will take care of the single sign-on. It is compatible with that process as it is a Microsoft product. So we're looking for that to happen sooner than later, but we're currently working through both sides. So it will be there soon. In the meantime, the teachers will provide a direct link to the work that you'll have provided there.
Thank you, that's good information. How secure is FlipGrid? Where is the content stored?
So FlipGrid is actually stored on the Microsoft server side. It is a partnership, and we do have an agreement with them that we're working through. So it is a Microsoft product, so it's included with the different platforms that we use. It is only secure to, I guess you can say, our side of the work. It is not a public space. The only way in or out is through those identification accounts that are set up by the teacher. And so that information is again tied to our district information. So therefore it is not external. It is only going to be displayed in that space. And that's another reason why we're encouraging our teachers to use that video moderation. So that way the only time they're shared is with the teacher's permission. So we want to make sure that's clear. The videos are not, just because they submit, they are not freely posted. They're only posted to where the teacher can see it. If the teacher determines that this is an assignment that I want other students to see reflections upon, then they can make that determination. But of course, we've encouraged them to only utilize that in the rare case that's needed. So at the end of the day, it is most definitely very secure. It is only in our individual space, not in the open internet space.
That is very good to know. We had several questions on the security issue. Okay, next one. Is FlipGrid for virtual classes or is it for extracurricular activities?
FlipGrid is for anything. So FlipGrid is essentially, we have a creative way to utilize it. The Metropolitan Museum of Art is a partner with Microsoft in this. So it can become an extracurricular activity where we have students explore the different types of exhibits that are there and then respond to them through the platform. Or it could be as simple as I'm a math educator and I have a certain level of applications of certain knowledge that I want you to share. So I will give you a demonstration and then I want you to turn around and do the exact same thing through your particular own methods. And so it could be utilized in both in classroom as well as in extracurricular spaces. It's a one size, well, not one size fit all, but it catches all areas of education.
Okay, that's good to know. Will FlipGrid be used for all Dallas ISD students? Is it required?
So it is not required by educators. It's another tool we're encouraging them to use, especially in our virtual space. And so it allows us that additional flexibility to ensure engagement, both in the classroom as well as externally, so that we, of course, are engaging all of our students in, of course, active learning.
Okay. Is this tool primarily for older or younger students?
FlipGrid is for anyone, pre-K to seniors. So from the pre-K level, is very user-friendly, just as with Seesaw. It is a great tool, again, for them to create content. If they can press a button to record themselves, they can make a video. And so most definitely from our pre-K, our young ones, all the way up to our seniors, their creativity is most definitely encouraged in this space.
Okay. Our last question.
Mhm.
FlipGrid looks like a great teaching tool for students. Have all Dallas ISD teachers been trained to use FlipGrid?
Yes, so we're currently working through a process now where our teachers are completing modules. As they return in the next couple of weeks, then all of them will go through a module. Myself and one of my colleagues are sharing. So they will be exposed to it. They are not required to use it, but most definitely we are highly encouraging them to do so because it is a great engagement tool. So we'll continue to support them throughout the school year. So you may hear more and more about the tool throughout the entire school year in different ways. So we most definitely want to make sure that it's there. It's not required, but we're highly encouraging them to use it, and they will be trained on it to do so.
That sounds great. That concludes our fourth session. Let's thank Mr. Jonathan Parker for sharing his time and expertise with us this evening. And I have to ask, Mr. Parker, I think you definitely have won Best Dressed for the evening.
Oh, well, thank you.
Love it.
Thank you. I'm super excited to be here. Thank you so much for the invite.
Thank you, Jonathan.